Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. We are going to do yoga today. I hope you're up for it. Yoga is good for your body and your mind, your mood. You're going to love it. You've done a lot of it before. You know it's good for you. It's been around for thousands of years. Thousands of years. A lot of people are doing it. It's practiced by millions all over the world. And it's just, well, it's always been popular, really. But I think, maybe the last 20, 30 years, we're hearing more and more in the United States about it, but it's always been here. It's a Sanskrit word meaning yoke or union, to bring two things together. It's a mind-body exercise, or a discipline, if you want to call it. Some people have called it a science. It's a way of life. There are some people that live the yoga life, which is, kind of follows some social rules and certain foods and not eating this and eating other things. There are different types of yoga. We practice hatha yoga, which is in the more physical. All right. It's a mind-body practice. Just keep that in mind. Let's see, we're going to do a few warm-ups first. So we'll do some seated yoga, and then we'll do some standing yoga. And I'm sure you'll be able to do just about everything. We've done, as I said, some of it before. So let's start by saying namaste to each other, just to recognize each other. It's just, it's a salutation, a way of showing respect for other people, because yoga is usually done in large groups. That, of course, there's private yoga, but yes, just wanted to let you know that. It's going to slow your heart rate, as I said. It's going to relax you, and it calms your body. It calms your mind. So just taking those breaths, which we do with the yoga asanas, they call them. Some people call them forms, but that would be used probably more for Tai Chi. So the first thing we're going to do is come forward in the chair. Some of these are usually done either on the floor or standing, but we don't do that. So we're going to, just move them around a little bit. So we can do some of them from the chair, and we will do some standing. So the salute to the sun is just, if you were standing, you would bring your arms up, and then you would bring them down, and then your feet would go back, and you'd be lunging and doing a lot of different things. But ours is just a breath up through the nose as we lift those arms up. Open the feet and exhaling, bring the arms down. You could grab your ankles if you want. Flatten out that back, your upper back, good. And then we'll sit back up. And the next thing we're going to do is kind of a preparation. We're going to do the 4 spinal exercises, or spinal stretches. And how do we do that? Let me lower that a little bit. I think that's better. All right. So what we're going to do is come forward again, and just almost the same thing, just falling forward. Keep your head up if you have to. Can you touch the floor, or can you touch your foot? So we're flexing the spine, which we've done in other classes. And you're going to breathe up through your nose as you come up. And we're going to do spinal extension. We're extending and kind of flattening out that upper curve in the back, your cervical area, pulling that arm right up. Oh yeah, that feels good. You'll be a little bit taller for a few seconds. So it's really, really a good exercise. The third spinal is rotation. We're going to rotate the spine a little bit. And all you're going to do is just take this hand, cross it over. You can hold on to the opposite arm here. Just kind of pull yourself up and around. I kind of push against the outside of the knee here, nice and tall. How does that feel? That feels so good. All right. So we're going to come back slowly. You're going to take this hand. You're going to take a breath first this time, up through the nose. And as you turn, you're going to breathe out. Hold on to the opposite arm. Nice and tall. Turn your head as much as you can. You can see where this would stretch you out a little bit, right? So the spine can rotate. And then you're going to come back slowly. All right, now the spine can also bend. And this is the one that we sometimes forget. So you're going to take this arm, cross it over. As you bring your arm up, you're going to breathe up through your nose. Reach, 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 and bend. I think this is my favorite because it just feels so good. It's kind of stretching your upper body out of your lower body. This is wonderful. Good. And back. Let's cross over. This arm goes over. You're going to breathe up through your nose. Hold for 2 seconds if you can. And exhale. Maybe this side will feel even better. No two sides are the same, are they? And then we'll come back. So the spine can also bend. And that's important. So why don't we try some seated yoga? I modify the yoga moves that are ordinarily done on the floor. Sometimes the standing ones too, actually. The yoga cat. Hands on both knees. And we always do this if we're doing yoga. I love this one. And I hope you do too. Hands on your knees and just kind of pull or push against your knees. Bring your shoulders down. Straighten that spine and then bring your head up. Let's look up at the ceiling. Just like a cat will stretch, arch their back. You might be able to arch just a little bit. And then you're going to do the opposite. You're going to drop that chin down, lift your shoulders up, pull that abdomen in a little bit when you do this. Round the back, drop the chin. So now the cat is rounding his back because he's all upset about something. Now you're going to do this with the yoga breath. You're going to breathe up through the nose. As you come up, shoulders come down, head comes up, pull that chin in, and look up. Look up at the sky, look up at your ceiling, wherever you are. Good. Don't forget to breathe out. So you're going to drop the chin, round your back, lift your shoulders, pull the abdomen in as you exhale. Let's do another one. Breathing up through the nose, shoulders come down right away. Head comes up, holding, and then exhaling by dropping the chin, lifting your shoulders again, rounding the back. Pull that abdomen in. We'll tighten and tone that area a little bit. And then we'll relax. How does that feel? I like that one. I hope you do too. It's really not too difficult. I don't think so. Let's do prayer hands. This is our namaste pose, isn't it? We'll just bring those elbows up a little bit. Bring your elbows together if you can. Hello. Up to the ceiling. Good. Very gently push back if you can. Bring those arms down. Good. Just kind of an all-over stretch. So we're going to do what we call the pigeon, which is usually done on the floor. We could do like half a pigeon. And this is how we do it. Just going to bring that leg up. See the posture? Not good. So you're going to pull yourself right up. It's easy to have good posture in this position. This will stretch out your hip a little bit. Great for posture, as I said. Very gently push down if you can. It won't be much. As we age, it's kind of hard to find flexibility in the hip, so maybe that's why it's a good idea to do it. Very gently. If it hurts, you're not going to do it. If you've had hip surgery, you're not going to do it either. Always check with your doctor. Down. Now take this hand, and there's a big space here underneath. Bring that arm under and pull yourself right up. So it's good for posture too, not just the hip. Now, if we were doing this on the floor, this bottom leg would be straight back. It sounds almost impossible, but it's you do have to practice it, but when you get it right, it feels really good, and it just makes you stay nice and straight. So I like this one. Pushing down, holding nice and tall. Let's take a breath together. Up and exhale out as you drop that chin right down. Good. And then we'll come back up. Now we have two legs, so we have to do the other side. Bringing that leg up, bringing that foot back, holding here. Pull yourself up straight. I know you feel better when you're straight. You can breathe better, swallow better, eat better. Really. This hand right down and under. So you have one hand underneath the leg, one on top. You can put it here at the ankle or just above it. Pull yourself up nice and tall. See if you can get that down just a little bit. Wonderful. Again, pull yourself right up. How do you feel? I hope you feel good. So the yoga breath also slows your heart rate, therein reducing your tension, your stress. If you've ever, well, you watch television and maybe you've had, I hope you haven't, but if you've had any kind of a car accident and afterwards someone will say to you, maybe the EMT or just someone you're with, they might say, well, just take a deep breath. That's why people say that, because it can be calming, unless it's extreme, but that's kind of, that comes from yoga. So let's take another breath together, all the way up. Just doing that should calm you. Holding for 2 seconds. Exhale through the mouth. Drop that chin right down. Good. Now you're going to breathe up through your nose again. Look up at the ceiling. Push that chin right up to the ceiling. And then relax it. Now we're going to look straight ahead. And we'll turn the head. Just turn the head to one side. Good. And then to the other. All right, and now let's just take a little break. Grab your water. We're going to do some standing yoga. Standing yoga, which I think most of you can do. If you're nervous about it, you'll stay behind your chair so that you can grab it if you have to. All right. Be sure to stand up without holding on if you can. So we'll come forward. Now just say you could almost come up holding on, or not holding on rather. Let's sit back down again. You can try this, pushing into your thighs to get yourself up. So as you work and get stronger, you'll be able to stop using your hands. So I'm going to just pull this chair back a little bit. And we're going to start with the yoga warrior pose. Really open those feet. As I said, stay behind your chair. You can still do these exercises if you need to grab the chair. So this is a good wide second position ballet, isn't it? Arms come up. You're going to turn your head. The feet have to be pretty wide. I hope you can do that. Just do the best you can, that's all. And then you're going to bend that knee. Let's come back up. This foot, the toe should be on an angle. On the other foot, your foot can be straight on this one. All right. Be sure to pull that head right back. You're going to bend your knee. Good. And then come back. Do it again. Bend that knee. This is the warrior. And come back. And because you're not used to holding your arms up like this, you're going to feel it. And mine should be a little higher. So there you go. All right, we'll bring those arms down. Just relax for a minute. Let's try the other side. Again, second position, turning this foot out on an angle. The other foot can be almost straight. Whatever's comfortable, whatever gives you balance. Again, those arms up. Turn your head if you can. If you cannot turn your head, if that makes you dizzy, just do this part of it. Good. And back, and then bend that knee and bring it back. Let's try it one more time, slowly. Oh, we can do one more. Let's do one more. The yoga warrior, you're doing great. We'll come back, bring those arms down. So we'll just face front this time, and all you're going to do is drop forward, keep your head up. Good, you can swing those arms a little bit. And then we'll come back up. Now we're going to do something called the Exalted Warrior. And this is another version of the straight warrior pose. This foot is turned out, this foot is straight, arms are up, shoulder level. And you can turn and look at your hand again. And we're going to stay right here. Now this arm in the back, just drop it down. Again, if you're behind your chair, you can hold on for this one because you're going to do a little bit of a back bend. The Exalted Warrior. Don't you wonder where they get these names? Like Tai Chi has some interesting names too. Now we're going to try the other side. So that's the Exalted Warrior. Wow. Bring those arms up. Remember, turned out, straight foot. Look at the hand, nice and tall. Pull that chin back in for good posture. And bend the knee. Drop this arm down. There we go. And bring it up and go back. If you have to hold on to the chair, you can still do this. You can still do it. Great. And then we'll bring that arm down. How do you feel? You're doing great. We're getting a lot of yoga done today. That's great. All right, so for now, I want you to just bend those knees. You're facing me now. All right. We're going to do something else, and it's called the triangle. We're going to do it two ways. Your feet have to be quite far apart here. Arms out. And all you're going to do is bend. Bend. Just let the weight of your upper body bring you down a little bit. Bring that arm up too. Good. And then come back up. This time let's do it with the yoga breath up through the nose. And exhale as you bring that arm down. Slide it down. Slide it down. Try to bring that arm up as much as you can. The triangle. Come back up again. Let's take another breath together all the way up. And exhale as you drop over. And we're going to bring that arm up. Try to reach up a little if you can. And then we'll come back. All right. Keep that arm up. Drop this arm down again. Slide down. And I know I'm going a little bit more this time, a little bit further. Let's do the other side. Slide that arm down. Lift that arm up. Reach for the sky. How does it feel? And always make sure that your weight is over your whole foot if possible. But when you come forward, those heels start to come up a little, and you don't want that. So try to keep the foot flat, and especially don't stand so that your weight is on your heels, because that will throw you back, right? Just keep that in mind. Let's do a little relaxing movement here all the way up. Bend those knees and bring that arm back. All right. Time is going very fast, and I'd like to do the child's pose. Again, that is normally done on the floor, but we can use our chair. I'm going to stand sideways so you can see what I'm doing. All right, you're going to hold on to the chair and walk back. We've done it before. It's called the child pose. You're going to try to flatten that back as much as possible. You can keep your head up. You don't have to ever drop it down. If that's uncomfortable, if it makes you dizzy, flatten that back right out. I love doing it on the floor. It does wonders for the back. Good. And then we're going to walk right back up to the chair. One foot in front. That arm, same side. Reach up. Push the hips forward to protect your lower back. And we'll do a back bend. We don't do enough of going back like this. I know I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again. Let's walk back again for the child's pose. And this time, if you had a mirror, you could see if you've made any headway here and are able to flatten that out just a little bit. But it really is wonderful for the lower back. If you have back problems, ask your doctor about it. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to walk back up, back up. Good. Put the other foot in front and use the arm that's on that side. So that's going to come straight up. Again, push those hips forward, forward, a little back bend. Good. Look nice and graceful, right? And then we'll come back. Good. Now let's do something that I call a nothing exercise, but it feels good. And you get a little stretch here in your quadriceps. You're going to just kick back 1 and 2. Doesn't that feel good? You can feel that muscle stretching a little bit. And 4. So there's a lot you can do standing up sometimes where you could do it, lying down or sitting down. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to mix it up a little bit and make as much as possible available. Good. And then we're going to kick back. We're going to end with one more yoga standing pose. And we're going to bring those heels together. This is first position, isn't it? First position ballet. Yes, it is. Your heels do not have to touch. You can separate a little bit. You're going to your knee should be turned out. It's not straight, but turned out. Nice. Nice hands, yoga hands, prayer hands. And you're going to bring that foot in a little bit closer. And we're going to see if we can lift that foot up for 2 seconds. Are you ready? 1, 2. Put it down. Not so good for me this time. Up, 2, and put it down. And up, whoa, and put it down. That wasn't too graceful. Let's relax those legs a little bit. Lift the heel up. Bring the foot in a little bit closer, nice and tall. And see if you can lift 1, 2. Try it again. 1, 2. So it's good for balance. It's a good yoga move. Normally, your hands would be up here, and your leg is up here. So we can't do that yet. Maybe we'll do it pretty soon. All right? So I'm going to sit down, and you're going to sit down too, hopefully. We're going to finish up with a little meditation. I'm going to turn the music up just a little bit. Good. There we are. Just kind of makes for a better background, doesn't it? A better mood. And it's relaxing. So music too will help to relax you and calm you. And give you rest and peace, of course, peace. So let's breathe up through the nose again together, all the way up. And hold. And exhale. So that means breathing out, as you know. Let that chin drop right down. You're going to feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Now bring your head back up. Let's try that again. Breathe up through the nose, expanding the abdomen. You have to kind of push it out. It doesn't happen naturally. It's kind of the opposite the way we normally breathe. So you push it out a little bit, breathe up. Hold that breath for 2 seconds. Now, when you exhale, you can pull it in or tighten that area just a little bit. And I think if we did enough of these, this might disappear a little bit. Of course, you have to eat the right way too, don't you? So let's do another breath together, breathing up through the nose. And hold and exhale. Now, when I say hold, I mean 2 seconds. Hold your breath for about 2 seconds. And then you're going to try to breathe out, if you can, for about 6 seconds. So let's try one more together. Breathing up try for 5 seconds. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then hold your breath for 2 seconds. Exhale for 6 if you can. Keep exhaling through your mouth. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Some people do 4, 4, and 4. That's called a box. There are many different ways to do a yoga breath. There's an alternate nostril breath that's kind of interesting, so you might want to do a little research, check into that, and see how you like it. You might want to try it. All right, let's just relax. Close your eyes, let your chin drop down. You can just bring your legs out or one foot and just move those feet back and forth to relax. Doesn't that feel good? I think it feels good. All right. So for the next few minutes, we're going to try to do nothing. We're not going to talk about anything. I'm going to try not to interrupt. And all I want you to do is just think about something that relaxes you. A place you've been that you like, an English garden, the ocean, maybe a word like the word calm. You could be repeating that, make it a mantra, what we call a mantra. Whatever you find relaxing that kind of blocks everything else out, I'd like you to think about. And when your mind starts to wander, I want you to take another one of these breaths and see if you have some control. You do have control over your mind, but it takes practice because we want to think and worry and always thinking about the future. So that's another great part of what yoga does for us. It does many things for us. So I want you to just let your chin drop down. Maybe move your head from side to side. For the next minute, I'm going to stop talking, believe it or not. And I will say hello when I'm going to talk to you again, so you'll know the meditation has ended. And here we go. Open your eyes when you're ready. I should have given you more time, but I'll remember that for next time. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you feel nice. I hope you feel calm and stretched out and you've cleared your mind a little bit. So just try not to think too much. Most of what we worry about doesn't happen. Again, thank you for viewing. See you next time, and I'll have some more interesting things for you.